you are seeing on your screen right now is the Barry Kripke of the YouTube world. Not because he is intelligent, as the fictional theoretical physicist in the hit television series, The Big Bang Theory.
Koopa? Kripke? Heads up.
But because of his speech impediment, Devon Sweeney is a Lolcow content creator who broke into the YouTube limelight basically since he was born. That was because he was diagnosed with cancer at a young age, and his treatment generated widespread attention after his parents rejected the treatment plans his doctors suggested. He later beat cancer, and because of his widespread fame in hhis childhood, people never forgot him. So when he ventured into YouTube, he did not have to do much to grab attention. Regardless, Devon Sweeney was not one to make everything simple and put out low-key content.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is me, Devon. And right now you have click on this video, and I hope you like it, you little haters out there.
In 2015, he recorded his most popular video, which detailed the loss of his iPod Touch, which became an instant viral clip.
Hey, what's up everyone? This is me, Devon. And right now, I'm going to tell you the reason why I don't have my brand new iPod Touch 5 anymore. See, I was hanging with my bestie Alyssa at her place, and getting high as hell, you know, smoking up like teenagers do on pot. Having a wonderful time, and then I had nowhere to get back because I was broke as shit. And so basically she called me a cab, and she told me that, Devon, you should totally flirt with the cab driver and ask him if you could suck his and I have to get it on video. She told me, could it be funny as hell? And I was like, okay, I'm down for it.
However, the speech impediment is not what made him the controversial YouTube content creator he is today. It is his ability to record his daily life experiences in a way that makes people laugh that has built a significant audience on the internet. However, it is not all smooth sailing for Devon. He has been embroiled in some controversies over the years. For example, he once offered to give a bus driver a to cover his fare.
Said, oh, you're not getting this back until you pay me the $49 you owe me for the cab. I'm just like, well, sorry if I don't have money, but like, I could have sucked and we would have been even, but I noticed something.
He also often refuses to filter his videos or even control his temperament in his clips.
And I told her I won't be attending school today because I'm on my period, and I hung up on the office. Oh my god, they're going to get that message and be like, what the shit? I don't think guys can get their period. I just found out today that guys cannot get their period.
He has been on the other side of the law, both online and in the real world. He received multiple bans on his YouTube channel due to his ultra-aggressive roast content. He was also once put on a 15-month probation for displaying excessive rage.
What's up on YouTube? This is your boy Devon, motherfucker. And you have clicked on my fucking YouTube channel, you fucking little deal. I just wanted to say, I fucking hate being on fucking probation. I'm on a 15-month probation order.
He also once received a 2-year probation for blowing a fire extinguisher on people for taking his iPad.
Like, 2 years I have to be on probation for some dumb shit that I did in the past. And yeah, it was my fault. See, what happened was I was living in my group home in Oshawa. And I did some horrible things. Like, I remember this one story where I got so mad at a staff member that I grabbed a fire extinguisher off of the hinges and I at them. I sprayed them all through the house and all outside with a fire extinguisher. I went
So what type of content does he put out? What makes him different? And why is he even controversial? Devon's rise to fame is a story everybody knows, but how did it all come crashing down? How did this guy, whom everyone empathized with at some point and immediately supported for his unique characteristics and childhood story, suddenly become a Lolcow, whom they laughed at and mocked? How did he go from someone people look forward to seeing in his videos, to one whom they now tell to get help in the comments and even laugh at?
Health problems, and I can't take being laughed at, laughing at me, not with me. You only see doing that, laughing at me, not with me, and it hurts. I did this for fun. I did YouTube for fun, and it's just not fun anymore when people are laughing at me, and I had enough. I can't take the haters. It hurts my heart.
His eyes look so empty. Hope he gets the help he needs. To truly answer this question, we have to go way back to the beginning and understand why he became famous and how people initially saw him. We can't tell Devon Sweeney's story without first talking about how he rose to fame. In fact, Devon is one of those YouTubers who could be said to have never risen to fame. On the contrary, he was born with fame. Devon's childhood story was not just like any other story. It was a legal battle that broke the internet, a case that is still referenced in Canadian medical law. Boy forced to get chemo treatments returned to parents. In 2004, when he was 11 7 years old, Devon was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia, popularly called ALL, a type of cancer that is characterized by overproduction of lymphocytes. Devon was not born with cancer. ALL is a type of cancer that is common among children and causes symptoms like fatigue, fever, bleeding, and bone pain. However, there were some theories that Devon's mother was the cause of his condition. According to these theorists, Devon's mother pretty much went against all antenatal advice and smoked while carrying Devon in her womb. His mom didn't listen to the doctors about not drinking while pregnant either. Rebels. But scientifically, ALL is caused by a genetic mutation rather than lifestyle choices, both antenatal and postnatal. Regardless, children have a high survival rate as long as they adhere to the recommended treatment plan. Doctors commonly recommend chemotherapy as the most effective way to battle this condition. Management and treatment. How is acute lymphoblastic leukemia treated? Chemotherapy is the main treatment for acute lymphoblastic. But that is where the problem began. Devon's parents had problems with this treatment plan. After a few sessions, his father, Graham Sweeney, and stepmother decided to stop his chemotherapy. The boy was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia when he was 7 and underwent a debilitating round of chemotherapy. The cancer went into remission but returned earlier this year. He was told last week he'd have to undergo more chemo treatments, but he refused. The reason for this move was that they preferred alternative medicine, which allows them to treat Devon with more natural remedies such as green tea, oregano oil, and vitamins. The boy's father and stepmother, who can't be identified to protect the boy's identity, lost custody to the CAS when they tried to refuse a second round of chemotherapy treatments as the boy had requested. Instead, they planned to seek alternative treatments. They cited their Aboriginal ancestry and indicated that these natural remedies aligned with their cultural practices. Getting to know of this dispute between Devon's parents and the hospital, the Children's Aid Society of Hamilton intervened. They are a certified, non-governmental agency dedicated to protecting children's interests. They believe that failure to see through these chemotherapy sessions would reduce Devon's chances of survival by a whooping 100%. Basically, he would survive the condition if he did not continue with recommended treatment, whereas he has an 80% chances of survival with chemotherapy. What they did next was what made the case a high-profile one. The society took Devon away from his parents and forced him back to resume his chemotherapy treatments. When his father tried to stop the medical staff from attending to Devon, he was forcefully removed from the hospital.
Their cancer-stricken son was forced into receiving treatment he and his family decided not to take advantage of. The father was forcibly removed from hospital.
This generated widespread controversy and public outcry, as many advocated for the parents' right to care for their children. Others argued that the state had a duty to protect the child's life, making it a legal battle that would set a precedent on who should be the decider of a minor's treatment plan, parents or the state. However, despite his parents' protest, the court mandated that Devon complete his chemotherapy sessions. By March 2009, after 5 years, Devon was officially in remission and had completely beaten cancer. However, his family claimed that the treatment plan had wrecked his mind and body, causing him to have developmental delays and behavioral issues. Family says forced chemotherapy wrecked their son's mind. One amazing story after Devon, after he survived cancer, was that he was willing to lend a helping hand to others who were also battling cancer. There was a time when he revealed that he received a call from a girl who was suffering from cancer. She had reached out to him to seek emotional support and strength after she heard that he was a survivor.
I can't believe I gave out my phone number to this girl that was trying to tell me that she's going to a hospital and she got cancer like I did, and she wants to talk to me today and tell me how she got through it.
However, a few days later, Devon received another call from the hospital doctor informing him that the girl had died. The way he narrated the news of the girl's death showed a softer side to Devon. There was absolutely no doubt that she had an emotional connection with him. You could clearly see the girl's death shocked him as he talked about it. However, that was when he received the most shocking news of the entire situation. It turned out to be a prank call. One of the staff members even went so far as to warn him never to call again.
And then I got a phone call from this doctor apparently calling me from the hospital that this apparently girl that was in there, and he told me that she has passed away. I'm really sorry to tell you this. And I was in shock of like, what? I just talked to her yesterday. How did she die? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, I'm really sorry. And then the staff heard everything that was going on in my group home because I put it on speaker, and she told me it's a prank call and please do not call back here.
All he wanted to do was offer to help people, and the sheer levity with which those staff took cancer pissed him off 1,000-fold. There was no doubt that using Devon's pain point to prank him was a bridge too far. He was not just someone who knew about cancer. He had experienced what it was like to have it and survive it. He understood the sheer mental and physical strength it takes. That singular prank compounded his misery, and he grew frustrated and angry by the day. But Devon was not one to seek help from a therapist. So, to help him through that pain, the only place he could have poured out his anger and frustration was on YouTube. So he did just that. In 2009, he created his first YouTube channel where he talked about his lifestyle, things that annoyed him, and how his day went.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? So this is me, Devon, and I hope I don't look like a nerd right now, you know? I'm pretty nerdy, but oh well. I'm just gonna say that I live with some slobs. I'm just gonna point that out. The bathroom always get fucking trash, always get like toilet paper, shit on the toilet seat. It literally looks like a tornado hit it every time I walk into that fucking bathroom.
Most of the content he created on this channel is lost, but some of it is preserved in the Internet Archive, so we will be able to review some of the content from these channels, and examine how they contributed to his status as a Lolcow entertainer.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is me, Devon, and I just wanted to tell everyone, that account, Pothead1818 on Twitter, it been fucking hacked by some douchebag.
Since this channel was created a while after the infamous prank call that angered him, it was not surprising that its content was about his anger and frustration with people in general.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is me, Devon. And right now you have clicked on this video because you fucking felt like it, y'all. So yeah.
His first channel basically detailed his life. He made vlogs about his time in the gym.
Hi everyone on YouTube. So right now I'm at the gym. On a treadmill. So how do I fucking work this thing? Do I just push a button?
When he spent time with his father and grandma, whom he called crazy.
Hey everyone on YouTube, this is me, Devon, and I just got my haircut today. Oh yeah, I look good. But anyway, I just wanted to say that my grandma is psycho.
When he dyed his hair blonde, and how his reaction to the process and the result was.
Fuck, it's burning. Fuck. I need a toke so fucking bad. It's burning. It's burning.
His videos also mostly featured him talking about his best friend, Alyssa. He once posted a video of himself high in her house.
Look at my fucking eyes. Look at my fucking eyes. Okay, I admit I'm a little fucked up. I love it. Oh.
And also when he got a makeover at her house.
So like totally, hi everyone on YouTube. Right now I'm just getting a fucking makeover and I got my fucking eyebrows plucked.
Or when he went to the gym with her, suggesting they were basically always together. But for some part, he films himself making homemade pizza.
And yeah, got the sauce. And then got a spoon so we can pull it around.
Making popcorn in a microwave.
Off right now. I hate whenever I make microwave fucking popcorn and I follow the fucking instruction on the fucking bag. It always get burnt. I'm sick and tired of it. I guess it don't look burnt, but it fucking smells burnt.
Or eating cheesecakes that contained weed. However, some of his videos were just generally weird, and others just appeared straight out offensive. He once made a video talking about how he never understood how girls put on tampons.
I just wanted to know everyone that like how the f do a girl put on a tampon?
The problem was not that he simply wanted to understand the problem. It was that he used that question to basically as the process. In one of his videos, he also revealed his sexuality as bisexual and how he often made money by giving jobs to people.
Because I'm desperate for money, you know? And since I'm bisexual, I post on Twitter, I would give up jobs around the school for $5 blow.
It got weird when he rejected the idea that he was a prostitute in a video he titled, I am not a prostitute yet. In that video, he further argued why people would think that being a prostitute was problematic in itself, even if he was, since there are literally stars who basically use their bodies to make money.
They're trying to say that I portray myself as a prostitute. No. I'm portraying myself as a that loves. And I don't get it because like people who's in, they're allowed to whoever they want and they get paid for it. But they're not going to jail because I see bare thousands, if millions of videos when people and shit. And they get paid.
He talked about how his Twitter account got hacked and what he'd do to those who hacked his account. Apparently, he had lost his phone a few days before his account was hacked, so he told the story of how he lost his account. But that story didn't earn him the sympathy that losing one's possessions would have been expected to elicit. The reason is that he found a cat and basically it, something that didn't sit right with most people.
Hey, what's up everyone on YouTube? This is me, Devon, and I just wanted to tell everyone, that account, Pothead1818 on Twitter, it been fucking hacked. See, I don't know who truly hacked it, but I have some ideas of who may hack my Twitter. And when I find out who did, I'm gonna f them up. I'm literally gonna f them up and wish they never hacked my Twitter.
One of his most controversial videos was a time he made a video that basically painted him to have pedophiliac tendencies. This was when he released a video speaking derogatorily and about a 16-year-old girl in a movie. He basically the girl who played the character and the character itself.
You know what I love? I love this little girl named Annie. She's my best friend in the whole wide world. But it's sad, she's an orphan, and her parents, who knows what happened to them.
This made people start to question his mental well-being, whether he was just doing it for the content or needed help. Not only was he willing to engage in activities for money, but that video was one bridge too far. Everyone thought maybe he was really talking about one of his friends at school, but as the video progresses, we will see that it was not the only time he had acted in a way that made him a danger to minors and children. Because of his foul language, Devon's channels tend not to last long before YouTube bans them. So it was not surprising when YouTube banned his first channel after uploading more than 100 videos. After his account was banned, he took a little time out and then came back a different person in the sense that his appearance was different from what people were used to. When people saw his newly created channel, they were surprised to see Devon Sweeney, who now has short hair and a thinner face, suggesting he had been taking care of his body to be in great shape. No doubt his speech impediment remains. That is not something you simply lose after a few hours in the gym. Just like the first channel, he engaged his viewers as though they were all trolls. His videos often include hashtags just for laughs, and this was a mark that he had fully metamorphosed into a Lolcow content creator. And since he always seemed to address trolls, it was not surprising that many of the comments he gets on his videos are targeted at mocking him. For example, one of them wrote that he doubts whether or not he showers. I really doubt that he showers. Probably smells like a fucking aquarium. Other comments tend to mock his intelligence or his speech impediment, just like this comment saying, "I exited YouTube when I heard Febwowie." His most popular video on the channel was about being on 15 months probation and hating his lifestyle during that period. It looks all nice and funny until you hear why he was on probation. It turned out that he was charged with someone when he was at the homeless shelter.
On fucking probation. I'm on a 15-month probation order, all because I got charged with mistress and a
In this video, he also seemed to get trans people after he called the girl who had a boy. However, his problem with her was not because she was trans, but rather because she called him a and according to him, he was at the lowest point of his life. It turned out that she called him a because of his speech impediment, and Devon did not appreciate that. But that was not the only thing he did at the shelter home. He also once took a dump right in the middle of the room and refused to clean it. He then lost it completely when they wouldn't give him a towel to clean himself.
shit on the fucking floor. I didn't even bother to take a shit in the toilet. Cause yeah, I don't know why. I was just high. Then I went upstairs and I was like, hey, can I get a towel? And a staff member was like, no, you can't get a towel. We don't have any available. And I was like, what, so I can't fucking shower? What, I have to go out in the fucking streets and look like a fucking bum and smell like one?
Most of the videos on this channel were about his daily life and airing his opinions on topics he considers relevant. For example, he recorded himself walking on the street at night, expressing his wish that the Canadian government legalize marijuana.
Joe get his fucking pretty little boy off his seat and make marijuana legal already. Like totally, Justin Trudeau should totally get marijuana legal so everyone can smoke pot.
There was also a time when he recorded himself speaking derogatorily about a gay guy he knew. He then expressed that he wouldn't actually mind giving him a job.
If only I could get to my California, I would suck his all night long, even when he's sleeping.
There was also a time he ended up in the hospital after he fought with his father. This was after his father pissed him off and called him a loser and crazy. So, in response, he destroyed his wall and smashed his floor.
My mother dad, he totally pisses me off so much. He's saying that I'm a loser and I live in a fairy tale world and I have psychosis and I'm crazy, to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Fine, I'll show you crazy, you dumb piece of old man. To the point where I got so mad, I put 2 mother holes in the wall. I pick up a big mother block from outside and I smash a hardwood floors in pieces.
The one thing about Devon that made him very likable was his brutal honesty. He never tells his story to make himself look innocent. Perhaps that was one of the reasons he was able to amass viewers and get fans who looked forward to his videos. The most popular video on his second channel is his roast video of Leafy is here.
Hey, what's up, motherfuckers on YouTube? This is your boy Devon, y'all. And I just wanted to say, at Leafy is here is a motherfucking piece of crackhead.
That roast was so incredible that people began to wonder what Leafy had done to deserve that from him.
So yeah, I was just out driving by, you know, driving, and I just seen that at Leafy is here dude walking downtown Hamilton, and he was trying to get some meth. And then when I was looking clearly, I seen him go in a fucking alleyway and get bumped by a homeless black guy. That little, oh my god.
After all, if anything from the numerous videos in the first two channels had taught people, it was that when Devon went after someone, they must have done something to him. So he made another video, just to talk about what Leafy's offenses are.
Honestly, he talked bare smack about my bestie and try to say she's a fucking You know what, go yourself, you dumb.
He didn't stop with just talking about what he had done. He continued the roast in the most poetic way possible. The contents of his first and second channels have confirmed his status as a lolcow, since he posts vlog-style videos about his life to make people laugh.
These videos are all just for a laugh, because my life is that fucked up that you can laugh at it.
However, these two channels have also damaged the reputation that he was essentially given as a child, although some of them are important, just like when he talked about his cancer. Devon's contents are mainly split between three types: trolling, roasting, and his daily life experience. He went from the popular kid who became a YouTuber, posting chaotic rants that made people laugh, and who covered a wide range of videos on diverse topics, many of which are mundane and unimportant. For example,
Okay, everyone on YouTube, my cat, it's so
he went from those mundane, corny stuff to showing signs of racism. He once made a video where he spoke disparagingly about a Chinese person, saying they should go back to their own country, just because he disagreed on the price of a bus ticket.
with this mother Chinese at this corner store in Hamilton. See, I asked her for a student bus ticket, and she told me it was $1.90, and I told her no, you're lying. It's only $1.75. You can sick it up your Chinese. Go back to your own country.
And so when he talked about his experience with Chinese food and how he had to puke it all out, people made sense of why he must have said what he said. It was not just that the food was bad, it was simply that it seemed Devon had a latent animosity toward anything Chinese.
Reminds me of a time I went to my ex-best friend Alyssa's school to drop off some schoolwork, and then I went to go get Chinese food, and then when I was eating the Chinese food, I started to puke it up, and I made eye contact with the waiter as I puked my Chinese food up, and I got so embarrassed I started to eat it. Yeah, that was a fuck up time. I was really high.
His story about how he lost his iPod, which remains his most popular video, can be considered to have marked the beginning of doubts about whether he was mentally stable. In the video, he offered to please the driver in exchange for the bus fare. A few days later, because of his antics, he had some guys threatening to jump him and beat him up. That just goes to show how low he already was.
Playing call that happened yesterday. You can watch the video on my YouTube channel to know what they were saying and shit on the phone. But now they want to fucking me because some little guy named Mark Berger on Facebook, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name or not, but I don't give two shits. It's Facebook life.
Moreover, according to him, Jobs would not even consider hiring him. He had submitted his CV to multiple places, but he never received a callback, so he would not mind exchanging for money. After all, he would make money that way.
I would do anything to get money, and by anything I mean I would probably suck for $5 a suck and get money that way. It's the only way I can get money. I try getting jobs and they won't hire me. I try to hand out resumes at 4 different jobs. They won't hire me. I try at the library, Walmart, Pizza Hut, even at the movie theaters, and they deny me. They all didn't call me back. One actually did call me back and said, "Oh, sorry, you're not capable for this job. Hope you find a different job that you're actually capable for."
However, with his online presence, it is understandable why people would not want to hire him. Devon is the type of guy who is loose-mouthed and could easily read a customer for if they even look at him. So they must have found out about his online presence, and their immediate response was to bin his CV. People started catching on to his loser mentality, disguised as roasts, when he uploaded a roast video aimed at an older guy who had more Twitter followers than he did. And this probably explains one of the reasons Devon kept misbehaving. His addiction to weed and alcohol, which he doesn't seem to openly want to admit to. He is often seen either talking about smoking in his videos or actually smoking and getting high, and then things kept going from bad to worse for him, which quite frankly was all of his own doing. In 2024, he had a kidnapping allegation leveled against him. He confessed to being guilty of kidnapping a minor, but then said he only did that just so he could get out of jail. The reason why I pleaded guilty to the kidnapping charge so I would get out of jail early is I was missing my family, but I never kidnapped anyone, as the person the police said I kidnapped never entered my home, and the person who said I kidnapped him, he followed me back to my backyard. Remember the video he made about old Annie, the 16-year-old character? That gave a better perspective on the tweet, and slowly people began to connect the dots.
I hate the mother Disney Channel. Little girls in those short skirts. Only reason those dress like that so the TV make more money. And those girls obviously want to get good and by some Disney Channel actress and actors.
However, a guy in his subreddit who claimed to have once stayed in the same group home as Devon mentioned he did not think he was a pedophile, although he had many other allegations against him during the time he knew him. I don't think he's. The last time I saw Devon was 10 years ago, and he got charged multiple times already at that point for making threats, property damage, resisting arrest. I think he just has really bad anger issues. And the group homes did nothing to help, plus some other personal stuff I know about Devon that I don't want to expose out of respect. That was not the only problem he had. Again, Devon Sweeney was a content creator with a range of problems, both online and offline. He has had a history of after he once scared his best friend for life when he was angry. The fact that he repeatedly solicited favors for money made people consider him as a cheap lolcow who cannot possibly hold a candle to legends such as King Cobra JFS. He also contributed to the closing of the shelter home school by influencing the kids there to do inappropriate things and then filming them. He once recorded a video in which he said the principal asked him not to come to the school anymore.
Back to CHS school in Hamilton anymore, because apparently the VPs and the teachers, they don't like my YouTube videos because apparently they're inappropriate as well, you think I give a And they try to say that, well, students in CHS school is watching our videos and watching your videos. My bad, a little drunk right now on some homemade red wine.
Throughout his career, Devon had been embroiled in one legal trouble or another, many of which were due to his destructive behavior. To demonstrate how destructive he can get, he once tried to throw his TV out of the window just because he was in an angry mood.
It's the last thing I do. I'm not doing anything. I love you.
You could tell from the content of his 4th and 5th channels that Devon had realized the damage his first 3 channels, especially the first 2, had caused. Even by his own standards, the contents were underwhelming. He made videos about how he no longer loves cheese because of an accident involving cheese. He even made a conspiracy video on his repeatedly banned YouTube channel saying it wasn't banned, but that his father's friends had hacked into his channel and deleted all of his videos. He expressed that it was because his dad did not want him to make videos again, so he planned with his friends to mess with him.
People need to back off and not touch my YouTube, because I just found out that my daddy's lying to me. No YouTube and no cops are taking down my videos. It's my dad's friends that are hacking my YouTube and taking down my videos.
You might think maybe he was on top of something with this allegation, but then some days later he accused another person of hacking into all of his social media accounts just to ask for from people.
Somebody posted a comment under somebody's, like a girl I have on Facebook, post a comment under one of her friend's photos and put she saved my picture of me talking to this guy saying, do you want to send I bet you have a big. She got into my Facebook and she posted that on a comment, and this happened in 2016 where somebody changed the password on my Facebook, changed the password on my YouTube, and did a 800 number so I couldn't get back into my accounts. And now it's happening again. First they taunt me with my social media, and then they take it down the second step.
So, the question at that point became, was it your father and his friend trying to stop him from making videos, or were they just random people online? Which is it? Although his videos were underwhelming, he still made vlogs that made people wonder if something was wrong with him. Also, at this point, his videos started to take a little darker turn. He made a video of himself eating more due to the antipsychotic medication he has been taking.
This is your boy Devon, yo, and all I want to do is just lose weight and have a Victoria's Secret body, but I'm eating food all the time because this stupid antipsychotic medication that I on makes me so hungry.
And then made a video in black and white just to talk about how he could no longer take the hate he was getting on social media and YouTube anymore.
I do black and white because I look like a pile of right now, and I feel like I'm not happy. Like, people are just making fun of me online. They're just laughing at me, not with me, and I can't take the hate anymore.
This was the same person who made a video exchanging words with trolls and making gay jokes about people. Then he made a video which he titled, I'm a Crazy One. Here he tried to get a boy to like to him, but the problem was not just that he called out the guy to like him, it was the way he did it that made people seriously question what was wrong with him.
Hi Topher, I know I look like right now, because I hadn't slept in 2 days, and I feel okay. I feel like I can keep going. Don't worry, Topher, baby. I'm going to the light. I want you to be my boyfriend, Topher. You're hot as and I hope I'm for you. I dyed my hair for you, and I'm losing weight. I'm not eating. I'm only eating once a day so I can get skinny.
It was not surprising that many of his videos got reported. Due to his channels being repeatedly taken down, he thought to create a web page for his content.
I'm actually done with YouTube. I'm thinking about making our own page for my YouTube videos. I don't like YouTube. They keep reporting my videos and YouTube's taking them down, the cops taking them down.
Again, after his channel was banned, Devon underwent another physical transformation before appearing on camera. This time, after creating his 5th channel, he appeared with long hair and a fuller face. The problem with Devon was that he never truly had a moment of introspection to understand why people might have been making mocking or laughing comments about him on social media. Instead, he doubled down, and his contents remained the same. In fact, his behavior offline remained the same.
See, when I was living up north 3 years ago, I got really fucking drunk on whiskey, and I passed out in someone's backyard. And then the police found me and asked me what I was doing and if I was okay. And I said, no, I'm even though I wasn't. And they took me to Thunder Bay Mental Hospital unit. And I was in that unit for 2.5 months. And they finally put me on the right medication and everything was good. And then they released me.
He filmed and uploaded his father's when he was using the bathroom. Devon's content got weirder, and so people take this type of display to be staged. There's a good chance it's staged to look dirty for clout. We have no idea who this guy is or his dedication to the illusion, but something tells me it's the real deal, boys. Someone expressed genuine concern for him, wishing he would get the help he needed because of how he looked in some of his videos. However, not everyone on the internet hated Devon. On his subreddit, some people still liked his content because they found him funny. This video was so fucking funny, me and my homie were crying, laughing at this when they posted it, although the doubt about whether he was real or not still lingered. Another person believed that the fact that he could possibly have been playing a character or not even makes his comedy funnier. Regardless, his delivery was always on point. I can't believe this guy is not playing a character. His comedic delivery is way too sharp to not be intentional. But Devon was real. That was no internet persona. It was him. Someone once posted on his subreddit page that he was in the group home as Devon, confirming his story about what he did that earned him 2 years probation. I knew him personally. We were in the group home for 2 years, one of them an Ajax which Devon had shut down thanks to his YouTube videos LMFAO. He recorded us getting high and shit, it was hilarious. Some people love Devon's content so much that they are willing to pay him on Cameo to say his catchphrase, or to help send their friends happy birthday wishes or celebrate their anniversary, weddings, retirement, or even bachelorette parties. But other times, all he does is roast people just like he does on YouTube. Many times he fails to deliver on what was expected of him, for which he was paid. For the most part, people complained that they could hardly understand what he was saying. Absolute dog video, and he said the first 5 words of the video and then started mumbling off script for some reason. However, the problem with Devon was that he had one too many issues. Coming back from many of these issues was never going to be easy. He had thrown away his spark and his fame had turned to animosity. Someone even made a TikTok video about him, describing him as one of the most dangerous people on earth.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
It is possible that Devon's childhood contributed to his destructive behavior and aggressiveness as an adult. After all, his parents did claim his chemotherapy wrecked his mind and made him have behavioral issues. While many people love Devon's content, some even go as far as to pay him on Cameo to say his catchphrase or give a pep talk, his behavior is starting to piss off some people. Regardless, because he is considered a Lolcow content creator, he often gets a pass at something other creators might be canceled for. But overall, Devon stands as the model YouTuber on the brink of a make or break moment where everything might just come crashing down with one misstep.